Today's video, simple and straightforward. My top 14 list of things you will want to practice, review, or consider before your wedding day. I try to keep all my videos between 5 and 15 minutes in length, so get ready for a ton of insider wedding information from someone who has been in the industry for over 20 years. This list will greatly assure you that your day runs as planned and will save you from some of the very common mistakes and blunders I see time and time again. Also, stick around until the end of this video and you will learn the golden rule about timing that wedding coordinators use when planning weddings. Hello everyone, my name is Bill Rice and I am a Tampa-based wedding and portrait photographer, and I have owned and operated Bill Rice Photography since 2006. I have photographed over 700 weddings, countless engagement sessions, tons of family portraits, and pretty much everything else under the sun. My focus of this channel is to educate and guide you, future brides and grooms, on how to plan, execute, and enjoy your dream wedding. Now you can help me grow this channel and my message with a simple like, comment, or follow. That way I can reach others just like you who may be planning their own weddings. So let's start with number one, and that is hair and makeup. Now, this isn't something on this list that you can necessarily practice, but you'll want to do a dry run with your hair and makeup to see what you'll look like before the wedding. Now, many brides do their hair and makeup trials just prior to their engagement photos. This way, you can truly see how your artist's work looks in photos. If you are foregoing the engagement session, getting these trials done before your wedding is still one of the crucial steps on my list. Number two, getting your photo taken. Another great reason for an engagement session is for brides and grooms to get comfortable with both their photographer and knowing what angles, poses, and lenses might work best. The engagement session breaks the ice for couples, and I've noticed a huge difference between the couples I've done engagement sessions with versus those who start their wedding day without any of this rehearsal. You will have your photos taken on your wedding day more than any other day in your lifetime. Being comfortable in front of the camera is both you and your photographer's responsibility. Number three, it's like a gang sign. Practice wearing your wedding shoes. This goes for both the bride and the groom. Break them in and see where they rub. Sore feet can literally make or break your wedding day. And be sure to pack moleskin for blisters in your emergency bridal repair kit. If you haven't seen the video on emergency bridal repair kit, I will link it at the end of this one. It's a great video about everything you will want to have with you on your wedding day for those little emergencies. Number four, the rehearsal ceremony. Now this is usually done a day or so prior to your actual wedding day. You will practice the processional, where to stand during the ceremony, what to do and when to do it. This will be the dry run of your ceremony, and this practice will give you more confidence. Number five, getting into your wedding dress and later bustling your wedding dress. Now, if you ever bought anything from IKEA and had to put it together, it took a lot longer than you thought, right? Now, what if you had to put that exact same piece of furniture together for the second time? You do it in half the time you did the first one. That's how I equate putting on and bustling a wedding dress. Because a wedding dress is very time-oriented, you should have a good idea of the time it takes you to get fully dressed. Your photographer and videographer will have created a timeline as to what photos they will want to get accomplished prior to the ceremony, and being late will greatly diminish this time and the number of photos you receive. You'll also need to bustle your dress later in the day. This is usually after the family formal photos done after your ceremony or right before your grand entrance into either your cocktail hour or your reception. Be sure those that are helping you bustle, be it your maid of honor, bridesmaids, or your mother, know exactly what to do in order to keep to that time. Number six, and this is for the groom and his groomsmen, and it focuses on ties, bow ties, pocket squares, and boutonnieres. Now, I know how to do each of these in seconds because I do them every weekend, but when's the last time you actually wore a tie, let alone a bow tie? Pocket squares are another huge time waster when the guys are getting ready. What about your boutonnieres? Do you know what side and where it gets pinned? Do you even know what a boutonniere is? If you're the groom and you're watching this, practice each of these tasks to help you and your groomsmen stay on time and look your best. Go on University of YouTube and watch videos and take the 5 minutes to learn these tasks. Number 7 is practicing your vows. Practicing your vows out loud is another key part of your wedding. Most of us aren't public speakers, and our experience talking in front of large groups is limited. You can rehearse this with each other, but many people will want to save the vows as part of a surprise for your actual ceremony. So do it in front of a mirror, reading from your vows while occasionally looking up and making eye contact. Do this until it becomes memory, and it will be one less thing to worry about on your wedding day. Number 8 is practicing your first kiss. Let's not make it weird. You close your eyes, you kiss for 2 seconds, you pull back, you look at each other, you smile, and then you kiss again for another 2 seconds. Don't just peck at each other, and tongue is gross. Save it for the honeymoon. Just talk about how you will do this prior to your ceremony. If you practice this, it will look more natural. Number 8, your grand entrance. Again, this isn't really one you can practice, but talk about what you'll do upon being announced into your wedding reception. Will you walk straight in and take your seats, or will you stand in the middle of the dance floor waving and smiling at everyone for a minute or two while the music plays? Will you do a little dance or high-five some guests when you enter? Have a little plan, and this will look like a performance for your guests to enjoy. Number 10 is practice your first dance. This is one that can be planned to the step, or you can keep it casual and short. I've seen great elaborate dances by couples that look like they've been taking dance lessons for months. I've also seen couples that want it quick and out of the way. I will say this though, do your dance for at least a minute, even if you have 2 left feet like me. This way, your photographer can get some photos and you can entertain your guests. You should have a discussion with your DJ or band about your first dance plans. Your DJ will know exactly when to either fade out the song or invite others to the dance floor to join you. Number 11, this is a funny one, practice the dip. It looks great in photos when the groom dips his bride to the floor and holds her there for a kiss. But I have seen this go horribly wrong more times than you would believe. Most of the time, it's because the groom doesn't have his foot in the correct place and he can't support the weight of both him and his bride. Then disaster. They go down and they go down hard. I've seen it, I've photographed it, but I've also helped many couples avoid it. So give it a practice on your carpeted living room floor before you impromptuly do it at your wedding. Is that a word? Also, a great time to do the dip is right after you're announced husband and wife and you recede down the aisle after your ceremony. At the last row of guests, you can do a dip for another photo like this. I'll put it right here. The other best time is right after your first dance is completed. It makes for a nice the end and a great photo. Number 12 is the parent dances. Now this might not be something you can actually practice, but planning this with your parent and your DJ is crucial. Just like your first dance, you'll decide on the song you'll dance to, how long you'll dance to it, will it be fast or slow, and how you'll end the dance or move into the next event. Parent dances usually take place back to back. The mom with the groom, the dad with the bride. There isn't really a formal order to this, but having the plan of when these dances take place and the details pertaining to each dance should be discussed prior to your wedding. Lucky 13, speeches and toasts. For brides and grooms, the typical speech they might do at their wedding is a quick thank you toast to your friends and family in attendance. This toast is usually quite quick, usually under a minute or two. Some couples like to call out guests who have traveled the furthest who are in attendance. You can also acknowledge your grandparents or longest married couples or special events of others that have fallen on or close to your wedding day, such as birthdays and anniversaries. Pro tip, ask the DJ how to properly hold the microphone when speaking. Like everything else at your wedding, this may be another first for you. Now, unless you're a public speaker or a singer, this may be the first time you've held a microphone. And finally, number 14, review your wedding day itinerary. Lots of time, energy, and expertise have gone into the planning of your day down to the minute. Refresh with one more once over your master itinerary. You should also have this on your phone and text it to everyone in your wedding party the night before. If you have a good planner and photographer, we will keep you to this itinerary. But we can't do it if you throw us a curveball, such as like waiting for your grandmother to arrive until you put on your wedding dress. The hard truth is, if it's not in the itinerary before your wedding, it hasn't been scheduled. And because weddings are very time-oriented, it's probably not going to happen. If everything you want for your dream wedding is planned prior, we will make it happen. And thank you so much for staying with me into the end. If you practice and plan for the things on this list, I guarantee that your wedding will flow more smoothly. You'll keep to the schedule and you'll look like pros the whole time. And now for the golden rule of timing when it comes to planning a wedding. Things you think will take 5 minutes, in reality, will take 30 minutes at your wedding, especially traveling or moving from one location to another. Now, one person moving from your cocktail hour to the reception area may be a 40-second walk. It may only be 100 feet they need to travel, but multiply that times 150 guests and it'll take 20 to 30 minutes to complete. People stop, they talk, they grab another drink, they forgot their jacket. Now, a good wedding coordinator will know the minuscule tasks that are redundant in our normal lives and factor in the actual time it takes at weddings, especially when moving large groups of people. This is why we buffer in time between the events of the day. We create padding. It's better to have found time when things go better than expected than to have lost it permanently. So there you have it. Everything you should practice and consider prior to your wedding. Follow this list and you'll have 14 less things to worry about leading up to your big day. Oh, and here's another awesome video you can watch to best prepare yourself for your wedding day, and it's what I call the emergency bridal repair kit, or everything you'll want to have with you for those little bridal emergencies that might happen to you on your wedding day. So shoot me a like, comment below, and click on this video. You may even want to subscribe if you want to know everything there is to know about planning your wedding. Thank you for watching.